The New York Yankees will never be the same, as the nightmare scenario has just come true for the team, as the New York Yankees now will have to find a way to still be contenders in the Aaron Judge era, and that falls on this man right here, Brian Cashman, who has to figure out a way for the Yankees to still be one of the best teams in baseball and trying to win a World Series, and we're going to break all of it down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest, not Jets Digest. It's the beginning of NFL free agency. Screwed up right there. We're going to jump right into things as always. Guys, if you are part of that 70% that's not subscribed, make sure to subscribe to Yankees Digest. It means the world to me. We're on that grind every single day. Whether the Yankees are good, whether they're bad, no matter who's injured, I'll be here making videos for all of you, but we all know the deal now. It's all come true. The nightmare scenario has hit. Gerrit Cole, we all knew it was possible. We all knew when he was dealing with that elbow injury what the scary three words were going to be, and it is official, as Jeff Passan broke all of our hearts when he informed the world that New York Yankees ace Gerrit Cole will undergo Tommy John surgery tomorrow to repair a torn UCL and will miss all of the 2025 season, putting the beginning of the 2026 season in doubt as well. And this is what all Yankee fans feared. Passan also mentioned that the 34-year-old Gerrit Cole went through the same series of stressful events a year ago. Elbow pain in mid-March, tests and opinions from doctors, but the result was different. Cole was diagnosed with nerve irritation and an edema, and instead of surgery, he rested in rehabs. He made his season debut on June 19th and pitched through the World Series without a setback, but now there has not been anything other for the New York Yankees to do other than for their ace, Gerrit Cole, to get Tommy John surgery, meaning the last time for a very long time that we will have seen Gerrit Cole suit up for the New York Yankees in a non-preseason game will be the heartbreaking Game 5 of the World Series between the Yankees and the Los Angeles Dodgers. This feels like such a swift kick to the teeth, and it really sucks to make this video. Obviously, I was going to make it, but it's like, how is this team still a contender is the question. They're still the favorites to win the American League, but how? Like, you don't have a true ace. I mean, maybe Max Fried is able to be one. It's very possible. You need Carlos Rodon to be as good as he's ever been. Like, not Yankees good. I mean, White Sox good. White Sox and Giants level good. You need... You're going to need a lot out of the New York Yankees, and probably specifically out of this man, Brian Cashman, who's now going to have to spend money, or not spend money, but spend some prospects on a pitching asset, as the Yankees are going to be without Gerrit Cole till he's 35 years old, and there's a real world that he's not going to return to being Gerrit Cole because he's a 34-year-old getting Tommy John surgery after a very, very long MLB career, which makes me pretty fearful that the New York Yankees are without an ace at the end of the Aaron Judge era, where he's still one of the best players in baseball for another good 2 to 3 years. This is a problem. This is really, really worrisome. The Yankees are staring down the barrel of not being able to get Aaron Judge a World Series, which is absolutely disgusting to think about. But diving into more of this, there has been a bunch of news. As Jeff Passan did say, without the two right-handers in Gerrit Cole and Luis Seal, who's also on the injury list until around June, Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, and Clark Schmidt will all top the Yankees starting rotation. Marcus Stroman, who is notably not expected to make the opening day rotation, is projected to slide in at the 4 spot with Will Warren, a rookie who made his debut last season, and Carlos Carrasco, a soon-to-be 38-year-old veteran who's had most of his ERAs over 4 for his career, as a non-roster invitee in camp, as the leading internal candidates for that final 5th roster spot, or that final 5th pitching rotation spot. It's not going to be Carrasco. It's going to be Will Warren. But the New York Yankees could also go into free agency, look at a guy like Lance Lynn, something like that, try to hold on to any sort of talent they could possibly find for cheap. This is a terrible situation for the Yankees. They're going to have to recoil. They're going to have to figure out a way to still be a real contender and be a threat for these Aaron Judge teams. Now, the Yankees are looking at multiple trade options. We do have a video coming out on that very soon, so make sure to stay tuned for that. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel for that video. We also have another trade video coming as well with this, because the Yankees are going to have to explore all options. You can't do anything short of that. This is where you're at right now. This is what you have to do. You do not have a second option, and the Yankees are going to have to figure that out one way or another. Now, obviously, this is not what we wanted to see, and getting this news is a real bummer. But the show must go on. The New York Yankees, they have a lot to still work with. But without Gerrit Cole, things are going to get much harder. Cole last year was 8-5 after only playing in a couple of games, and he wasn't as dominant. He had a 3.41 ERA, but it would have been under 3. but those games against the Red Sox and the Mets screwed him up when he played really badly. But he's been great for his MLB career. I mean, he started 17 games last year and was still one of the best pitchers in baseball, especially in the playoffs when he had a 2.17 ERA. The man was phenomenal, one of the best pitchers in playoff baseball last year, or probably the best pitcher, had a 1.26 whip as well, did what he had to do, did Gerrit Cole things all last year, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, because it's going to be the last we'll probably see of that level of Gerrit Cole. So, whoops. On top of that, Luis Gil, he's going to be out for a bit of time, but when he comes back, he'll be a very important person on this team. He's been dubbed the future ace of the New York Yankees, and that's going to have to come around this year now. I mean, 3.50 ERA in 29 games, started with a 1.193 whip for his career. The man, I mean, he's great. He won Rookie of the Year. He deserved it. I don't care what anyone says about Colton Cowser or anything like that. Luis Gil deserved Rookie of the Year. And, well, where Luis Gil is now, he's going to be injured till June at least. Same injury, same lat strain as Clark Schmidt had, which made him miss the entire summer last year, which is definitely worrisome. But hopefully he can get back eventually and give the Yankees a much-needed pitching boost. On top of that, you have your new signing, Max Fried, to be your ace now. 3.25 ERA last year, which actually that's below average for his career. The man's had a great career ERA. He's one of the best ground-out pitchers in baseball. Good lefty arm, has the biggest contract in history for a left-handed pitcher. As the Yankees gave it to him, he's a 2-time All-Star, a 3-time Gold Glover, a Silver Slugger, which doesn't matter at all, but it is funny. Also is a World Series champion, so the man knows how to win. He knows how to pitch in the big moment. 3.5 WAR last year. He is going to have to be an important player for the New York Yankees. He'll probably start opening day is my guess. On top of that, you also have Clark Schmidt. He's got to stay healthy. There's no other option. He had a 2.85 ERA. This is vital now. It's vital that he stays healthy because he finally figured it out, but only pitched 85 innings because of that lat strain. Had he been around more, he would have been in conversations for a bunch of awards. However, he just was not. Even when he came back, though, the man was good. So he's got to stay healthy. There's just no way around it. You also have Carlos Rodon, who, as I said, he's going to have to be as good as he ever was. Not just Yankees good. I mean, this man is going to have to be that guy on the White Sox, that guy on the Giants for a year. Last year, a 3.96 ERA. That's not going to cut it this year, Carlos. You're going to have to be better, and you did get better as the year went on, which is promising. 195 strikeouts, 1.223 whip in 175 innings pitched. So not a bad year at all from Rodon, but he's just going to have to be better. Again, this is what has to happen now. On top of that, Marcus Stroman has to not fall apart halfway through the season. Last year started the year really well. Once June came around, things went pretty poorly. Had a 4.3 ERA to finish the season with 29 starts. Pitched 113 innings with a 1.468 whip. Most of these numbers are below average for Marcus Stroman. So hopefully he can find his way back and find his head in the game because the Yankees are going to need it. On top of that, they're just going to need more help. And well, we're going to see if they can replace Gerrit Cole in any sort of way whatsoever. If they do it in a trade, it wouldn't be surprising. We're going to see what Aaron Boone does with that final spot. I imagine it's going to be Will Warren unless the Yankees sign someone. But it's just truly, truly a awful situation that the New York Yankees have found themselves in at this moment in time. So, just looking at everything, it was also mentioned by Jeff Passan that the agreement for Gerrit Cole included an opt-out after last season that the Yankees could have voided by attaching another year and $36 million to the 4 years and $144 million remaining on his contract. Cole exercised the opt-out, but he never became a free agent because the Yankees were able to find an agreement as if Cole didn't opt out. So now that looks really bad. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. You keep disappointing Yankee fans. Hope you're happy. Because we're not. We're really not. Look, they're still good. They are. I know everyone's saying they're bad. They're not. They're still good. They're just not great. They're not going to win the World Series this year. They're probably going to make the wild card or something. I imagine the Orioles will end up winning the AL East. I don't think the Blue Jays are really going to have much of anything of a year. They'll probably be somewhere around 500. I imagine the Yankees will probably win somewhere in the 90s of games. They're still going to be good. Red Sox probably won't be great. They'll probably be solid. So yeah, there's that. I mean, what are you going to do? There's not really much else to talk about with that stuff. On top of that, you also have the Tampa Bay Rays. They're a team. That's what I got for you. They're a team. They play. I still think the Yankees have a great chance of winning the AL East. I don't think they have any real chance of winning the World Series this year. Not without Gerrit Cole. Not without likely Giancarlo Stanton missing a ton of time and probably not being healthy for a very long period of time, which is going to mess up their regular season. They're going to win a lot less games. The Yankees have been considerably worse without Giancarlo Stanton than with Giancarlo Stanton. So it's going to make things tough. They're still going to be solid. They're still going to make the playoffs, is my guess. They're just not going to be a true World Series contender, and they absolutely shouldn't be. I don't know why they're still the favorites for the American League. I guess it's a testament to the American League not being great right now, so maybe the Yankees can get lucky, find a team that's not the Dodgers. Maybe the Dodgers just get bounced early, and the Yankees can get hot at the right time. Maybe it's possible. They're still good. They are. As much as we want to say they're not, they're still good. They're just not as good as we're used to them being. And that sucks. It does. If you're my age, if you're 23 years old, around my age of any sort, I mean, you saw one World Series and you were a child for it. This is not what it means to be a Yankee fan at all. We expect a World Series at least every decade. I mean, this is the biggest drought the Yankees have been in for a World Series in a very long time, and it seems like we've just added, a 16th year to this? So, with one appearance, too. It's not like we're consistently making it and even losing. We've made it once. We have a true MLB superstar. We had an elite pitcher, and Brian Cashman failed. He failed. He did. Let's be real. So, this sucks. Guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps out a lot. I will be here no matter what. We're still going to have fun on this channel. No matter what goes down, we're still going to enjoy ourselves and have a great time talking about baseball. Guys, let me know what you think down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. If you're a New York Knicks fan or a New York Jets fan, make sure to subscribe to Knicks and Jets Digest as well. You can find me there if you want to keep talking sports with me but want to avoid baseball for a little bit. I do understand that. Guys, have a great day and go Yankees. This absolutely sucks. I'm so close to cursing, but I don't do it on Digest. As I just let my green screen fall away. Why am I still filming?